welcome to today's class, which is going to be a 30-minute Vinyasa flow class in celebration of International Yoga Day. I personally think that we should celebrate yoga every day. It's such a powerful practice for mind, body and spirit. But today I'm hoping to lead you through a little bit of breath work, a little bit of movement, mindful movement, so that you will leave today's class feeling the best possible version of yourself. So when you're ready, coming to find a comfortable seat, just to let you know, you will need a block or something similar. It's going to be used as a little bit of a prop. It can be a book, something with a little bit of weight. That's absolutely fine, does not have to be a yoga block. So when you're ready, coming to find a comfortable seat, find length through your spine, ground down through the sit bones and reach up through the crown of your head. Relax your shoulders and start to check in, arriving in your body, perhaps taking a few deep grounding breaths here. When we find stillness, it often comes tainted with feelings of guilt. We're so used to moving around constantly all day, whether it's socializing, working. We find it very difficult to sit still or to do nothing. Give yourself permission right now to quite literally do nothing. Just be here, tuning into the rhythm of your breath, noticing how it's feeling moving around your body. Feel the support of the earth beneath you. And as you watch your breath, notice how those inhales naturally grow a little deeper and the exhales naturally grow a little longer. To help settle our minds today, I'm going to guide you through a breathing technique called box breathing. You might be familiar with it, you might have heard of it, but not practiced it before. I will completely talk you through it, and it's very simple. In principle, we will breathe in for the count of 5, we will hold for the count of 5, breathe out for the count of 5, hold for the count of 5. So together we'll take an exhale, emptying the lungs of breath. And then together we'll breathe in for 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Allow your breath to return to its natural rhythm. Noticing whether you are experiencing any shifts just by taking 3 rounds of your box breath. This breathing technique has a really calming and grounding effect on our nervous system. So hopefully you're feeling that. And you can keep your eyes closed for now. We're just going to start to take some gentle movements into the shoulders. So starting by simply rolling the shoulders up towards the ears and then letting them melt away down the back. Try to keep the movements steady and slow, but they can be big and expressive. Encouraging a little bit of warmth into the shoulder joints and releasing any tension that might be hiding away here. Beautiful. Come back to find stillness. Flutter your eyes open as you inhale, reach the arms all the way up and overhead. As you exhale, turn the palms away from each other. Lead with your little finger. Take a big backstroke, interlacing the hands behind your glutes. Draw the fist down and away from your glutes, puffing up the chest, lifting the gaze, squeezing the shoulder blades together. As you exhale, bring your fist around to your right hip, just resting it lightly on top of the right hip bone. And then allow your right ear to drop down to your right shoulder, letting the left shoulder be really heavy here, feeling that stretch down the left-hand side of your neck. You can be still, or you can take a gentle little nod of the head forwards and backwards. Try not to rush here. And if you find a spot that feels particularly good this morning, then pause, breathe. Good. Coming back to find stillness, returning the fist and the head to center, pulling the fist down and away from the glutes once again, and then taking the fist over to your left hip this time, allowing your left ear to drop down to your left shoulder. Right shoulder is heavy so that you get that beautiful stretch down the right hand side of your neck. You can be completely still, or again, if movement felt good, perhaps try nodding the head forwards and backwards. Good. And then coming back to find stillness, drawing the hands and the gaze back to the middle. Press the heart up towards the sky, and as you exhale, release the bind of the hands, sweeping them round in front of you. Reinterlace the hands, press the back of the hands away from you as you pull your belly button back, creating this concave shape through your belly and through your chest as you broaden the shoulder blades. Holding here for another 2 rounds of breath. It's almost like we're slouching, but doing it actively. On your next inhale, sitting up tall, release the hands, reaching them all the way up to the sky. As you exhale, take hold of your left wrist with your right hand and lean towards the right hand side. Keep equal weight down through both sit bones. One more breath here. On your next inhale, coming back through center, release the wrist and then taking it over to the other side. Beautiful. Inhaling to come back to center. On your next exhale, we're going to gather the knees up into our chest. Place the soles of the feet down in front of you. With the hands resting lightly at the top of your shins, just allow the weight to rock back into your sit bones, feeling the heels floating up. Taking your time, continue to roll down until you are connected with the earth, but the shoulder blades are still lifted. Knees are hugging in towards the chest. Even in this position, you should feel your core starting to switch on. And then we're going to keep the right knee drawn into the chest, but extend the left leg. Pull the belly button back towards your spine. Keep the head and the shoulder blades lifted. And then we're going to swap legs. So left knee hugs in, right leg extends. We've got 8 more like this. So right knee hugs in, left leg extends. Left knee hugs in, right leg extends. For 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Good job. Draw both knees into the chest. Release your head down to the mat. Take a little rock from side to side. And then with the hands still connected with the top of the shins, press the knees into the hands and allow this to slowly lift your shoulder blades back up. And then again, we're going to go for 10 more. So right knee hugs in, left leg extends. For 9, a little bit quicker this time. For 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Knees hug into the chest. Place your hands behind your shins this time. Start to rock up and down your spine, using the strength of your legs and your core to provide a little bit of momentum. And then we're going to get enough speed and power up so that we can roll all the way up to standing at the front of the mat. Feel free to use your hands to press yourself up, that's no problem at all. We arrive with our feet at hip width apart, relaxing through the shoulders, drinking that energy up from the earth. Let your arms come down by your side, take a big breath in here. And as you exhale, just gently nod your head forward, so chin drops down towards the chest. Allow the shoulders to roll in. Arms are dangling down as we slowly, slowly roll all the way down, keeping a little bend and softness through your knees. When you arrive in your forward fold, pause for your breath in here. And as you exhale, slowly, slowly rolling all the way back up to standing. Good. Take your time rebuilding that spine, drawing the shoulders, the neck, and the head up last. Big breath in here. Exhale once again, nodding the head forwards, chin drops down to the chest. Let the arms dangle, internally rotating through the shoulders, rounding through the spine as you release all the way down into your fold, letting the weight shift slightly more into the balls of your feet here. Big breath in. Exhale to slowly roll all the way back up. Good. Take your time, visualizing all of that space that you're creating in between each individual vertebra. This time as you arrive at the top, take a breath in, reach the arms all the way up and overhead. Take hold of your left wrist with your right hand, and as you exhale, lean towards your right hand side. Pausing here for a round of breath. Keep pressing down evenly through both feet. Inhale, we come back to center, taking hold of the right wrist with the left hand. Exhale to lean towards the left hand side. Inhaling, we come back through center. As you exhale, soften and melt down into your forward fold. So see if you can keep the spine long this time. Inhaling, find your halfway lift. So hands can connect with the shins. Think tabletop spine as you lengthen your back body, gently squeezing the shoulder blades together. Exhale to forward fold. Plant both hands down. Step it back into your high plank. Creating one long line from the heels to the crown of your head, slightly squeezing through your glutes, pull the belly button back. Big breath in here, long breath out. 2 more, big breath in, long breath out. Last one. And this time as you exhale, release the knees, hug the elbows in and lower it down in one straight line onto your belly. Untuck your toes, keep the hands underneath your shoulders. As you breathe in, press down through your pubic bone, switching on the back body and gently rising up into your baby cobra. Shoulders drop down and away from the ears, press the heart forwards, one more breath. As you exhale, releasing the forehead back down to the mat, tuck your toes under. Of course, use your knees, or if you would like to, big press up into your high plank, and then lifting the hips up and back into your downward facing dog. Find length through the spine here, pressing down firmly through both hands, especially that thumb and index finger. Don't worry about lengthening through the legs. Think about lengthening your spine and extending the armpits back towards your thighs. On your next inhale, look to the front of the mat, come up onto tiptoes. As you exhale, soften the knees and take lots of little steps all the way up and in between your hands. Inhaling here to find your halfway lift. Energize the back body. This should feel strong. We're not in a passive forward fold now. We're switching on the posterior chain, so the muscles down the back body. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale to press down firmly through both feet. Sweep the arms wide and high, collecting that energy in between the palms. Take hold of your right wrist with your left hand this time, and as you exhale, lean over towards the left hand side. Inhale, we come back through center. Exhale, take hold of the left wrist with the right hand, gentle side stretch towards the right. Inhale, come back to center. As you exhale, swan diving all the way back down into your forward fold. This time as you inhale, take hold of your block. Now you can place it on whichever setting feels best for you. So perhaps the medium one, perhaps the highest one is best. As you inhale, we're going to find our halfway lift. Bring your weight into your left foot. Hands are resting lightly onto your block. We're going to slowly pick the right foot up and then switch on the muscles in the outside of your right glute. Float the right leg up and then lower it back down. We've got 3 more. Sweep the right leg out wide and release. Good. Last 2. Good, last one, hold it here. This time, sweep the right leg out long behind you, coming into our supported standing splits. Keep length through your spine. Try to roll that right hip down. Good. On your next exhale, we're going to take a big bend through that left knee. Step the right foot towards the back of the mat. Take hold of your block horizontally and reach the block out long in front of you, creating this dart shape with your upper body, coming into our high lunge, but not stacking the shoulders above the hips. Keep reaching the shoulders forwards. Stay weightless in your right toes. Press down firmly through the left foot. As you exhale, tap your right knee to the block, crunching through the core. Inhale, we re-extend the arms. Tap the right toes towards the back of the mat. 3 more. Knee to block. Engage through the core. Inhale to re-extend. Last 2. Good. Last one. Inhale to re-extend. Release the ball of the right foot down to the mat. Lift the block high above your head. Extend through the left leg now. Pull the hips back. Start to shine your heart up towards the sky, letting the block journey behind you. Squeeze your right glute as much as you can here. 1 more breath. And then lift the block back up towards the sky, realigning your spine, and then turn all 10 toes to point the right hand side of the mat. Good job. We're going to keep the toes pointing out, heels pointing in, and then slowly start to lower your hips, bending through the knees. Keep the knees wide here, so you need to switch on the muscles in the outside of your glutes to find this external rotation. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, lean towards the right-hand side, finding a side stretch. Inhale, we come back to center. Exhale, take it over to the other side. Inhale, come back to center. As you exhale, draw the block down in front of your heart space. We're going to take a few little bounces here, so just lifting the hips up by 1 inch or 2 and lowering it back down for 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, little pulses, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Good job. Extend your legs, squeeze the glutes, feel that gentle release down the insides of the thighs. Big breath in here. And as you exhale, we're going to take a big bend through that right knee, extending through the left leg and dropping down into our Skandasana. So the hips are dropping down towards the right heel. You can place your block down at the back of the mat, ready for us to do it all on the other side. Either gather your hands at heart center or rest the fingertips down in front of you. If your hips are a little bit higher, that's totally fine. You can keep your left toes down or you can lift them up. Lots of different options. Breathing here for 3, for 2, for 1. Release the right fingertips down. Forearm is on the inside of the right knee. As you inhale, reach the left arm up to the sky. Gentle squeeze of the shoulder blades towards each other to help encourage this opening through the chest. As you exhale, release the left hand back down. Turn towards the back of your mat, placing the hands down to the outside of your right thigh, and then turn all 10 toes towards the back of the mat, coming to find your runner's lunge. Stay up on tented fingertips here, perhaps take a little rock forwards and backwards. Good, and then pressing down firmly through both hands, step your right foot back to meet the left, coming to find your high plank. Holding here for 3, press through those hands. For 2, pull the toes up towards the wrists. For 1, as you exhale, lower the knees, hug the elbows in and release all the way down onto your belly. Untuck the toes, keep the hands underneath your shoulders, engage through your glutes, press down through the top of your feet, either coming into your baby cobra or maybe a little higher. As you come higher, try not to let the shoulders rise up towards the ears. Keep pressing the chest forwards. 1 more breath here. And as you exhale, take your time to slowly melt all the way back down onto your belly. Tuck the toes under option to use your knees or press up into your high plank, and then meeting in our downward facing dog whenever you are ready. Take 2 big breaths here. If you would like to, you can of course come into your child's pose. Listen to your body. Take rest when you need. On your next inhale, look to the front of the mat. Come high onto your tiptoes. As you exhale, take lots of little steps all the way up and in between the hands. Inhaling when you arrive at the top of the mat, connect your hands with your shins, halfway lift. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, we press down firmly through both feet. Sweep the arms wide and high. Once again, taking hold of the right wrist with the left hand. Exhale, leaning towards the left hand side. Inhale, rising back up. Exhale, take hold of your left wrist with your right hand, leaning towards the right. Inhale, rising back up to center. Exhale to soften and melt down into your forward fold. Inhale, we take hold of the block once again in front of us, using this to help us find a little more length through our spine into our halfway lift. Let the weight come into your right foot this time, and then engaging the outside of your left hip, float that left leg out wide. We've got 3 more like this. Lift and release. Last 2. Good. Last 1. Can you keep that leg lifted? Sweep it around long behind you this time, coming into your standing splits. Roll that left hip down, keep lengthening through your spine, and then take a bend through your right knee to float the left toes towards the back of the mat. Take hold of your block, bringing it horizontal this time, and creating that dart shape through your body so the chest is reaching forwards. We've got this diagonal shape from the fingertips to our left toes. Keep the weight into your right foot. As you exhale, tap your left knee to the block. Inhale, we re-extend the arms and the leg. Good. 3 more. Knee to block. Inhale to lengthen. Last 2. Good job, guys. Last 1. Inhale, step that left foot to the back of the mat, rise up briefly through your high lunge, block is above your head, and then extend through your right leg, squeeze the left glute, perhaps taking a gentle little back bend, focusing more on lifting the chest up towards the sky. On your next inhale, realign through your spine, turn all 10 toes towards the right hand side of the mat once again. Toes point out, heels point in as you exhale. As if you're sliding down an imaginary wall behind you, lower your hips and bend through your knees. Inhaling here. And as you exhale, lean towards the left hand side. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, take it over to the other side. So the lower body stays completely still. Inhaling to center. Exhale, bring the block down in front of your chest. Make sure that those knees are still drawing out with external rotation. And we're going to take those little pulses up and down for 10, for 9, for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Extend through the legs. Good job. Enjoy that momentary release. And then we're going to take a big bend through that left knee this time, extending through the right leg. Allow the right toes to lift if you would like to. Block can just go to one side now. We are finished with him. Finding balance if you can, keeping the spine long. Of course, support yourself with your fingertips if you would like to. Holding here for 3, for 2, for 1. Release the left fingertips down to the mat. Big breath in to open the right arm up to the sky. And as you exhale, release the right fingertips back down. Turn all 10 toes towards the front of the mat, finding your runner's lunge. Take a couple of little rocks here, forwards and backwards, forwards and backwards. And then finding stillness, press down firmly through both hands and step your left foot back to meet the right. Holding here in our high plank for 3. Squeeze those glutes to defy gravity. For 2, engage through your core.
core, creating this sandwich effect of energy. 4-1, option to lower the knees or shift the weight forwards. Hug the elbows in, releasing it all the way down onto your belly. Untucking the toes, keep drawing the elbows into the side ribs. As you inhale, peel your chest, maybe your belly up off the mat, finding your cobra. On your next exhale, slowly, slowly releasing all the way back down onto your belly, chest and forehead. Tuck the toes under, press down firmly through both hands. Big exhale to push up into your high plank and then drive those hips all the way up and back into your downward facing dog. 3 big breaths here. Allow the breath to settle. Take a moment to check in. How are you feeling? What's going on in your body? On your next exhale, we're going to lower the knees down towards the earth. Don't untuck your toes. We're going to walk the hands back towards the knees, letting the hips drop down towards the heels. You can keep your hands where they are, or if it's possible and you're feeling brave, stack your shoulders above your hips, finding that length through your spine. Let the hands rest lightly on top of your thighs. On your next exhale, slide the fingertips towards your knees, pull your belly button back, expand through your shoulder blades, chin to chest. As you inhale, slide the heel of the hands back towards the hip crease, wrap the elbows around the side ribs, press your chest forwards, lift the gaze. 2 more like this. Exhale, think cat pose with your spine as you contract the core. Inhale to pull the elbows back, pressing the belly and the chest forwards. Last one. Inhale. Good. As you exhale, find your neutral spine, release the fingertips down so that you can untuck the toes, patting out your feet, and then releasing your sit bones down towards your heels, finding length through your spine here. Let your eyes drop down to a close, relax your shoulders, ground down through your sit bones, but reach up through the crown of your head. In the same way that we open our class with stillness, it's really important to close our class with the same stillness, except hopefully you are feeling completely different. This stillness serves as a bridge in between our practice and the rest of our day. It allows us time and space to integrate, to absorb all of that amazing energy that you have cultivated today. Restore that sense of stillness and calm in your body. Together we will close our practice by taking 3 cleansing breaths. So a big inhale in through the nose. Open your mouth, long exhale out. 2 more, big breath in. Open the mouth, side out. Last one, inhale. Open your mouth, relax the bottom jaw, exhale. Good. Connect your hands at heart center, resting the thumbs lightly on your chest, bow your head. Thank yourself first and foremost for showing up for your practice today, and in doing so, showing up for yourself. And thank you so much for tuning in and allowing me to guide you through this amazing practice, celebrating International Yoga Day today and every day. Have a beautiful rest of your day or evening. Namaste.